Hello, I'm Kyle the Balloon Guy, and I'm going to show you guys my stretching and warm-up routine that I do. Like I talked about in one of the posts, that I learned this routine from my judo instructor, who is a doctor of muscular physiology and nutrition. He put this together for me because I was getting a lot of hand pain and wrist pain at the age of 19. So started doing this, and I am 29 now, and it has made a huge difference. First thing you want to do, he actually incorporated a couple different Aikido wrist locks. So I know one of you guys mentioned that you did Aikido. You're going to recognize a lot of this immediately. So what it is, you're going to take, I'm going to take my left hand and hold my right hand, curl my fingers around the base of the thumb here. Magicians call it the Greek of the thumb. I don't know why, but they do. So around the Greek of the thumb, your left thumb is going to right in between the index and middle finger, like right between those two knuckles on the back of the hand there. And you're just going to, this is going to kind of pull the thumb a little bit out to keep the hand flat and push in with your thumb against the back of the hand. And this will get a nice good stretch. And you only need to stretch for 30 seconds maximum. Beyond that, it doesn't do anything. I found about 10-15 seconds works really well, is all I need for this. I'm not trying to get more flexibility, I'm just trying to not get hurt. So I just hold that for a little bit. I do the same to both hands. Same idea, fingers around the Greek of the thumb. Your right thumb in this case will be in the back of your left hand between your index and your middle finger on the actual hand itself, not way up here, but down there mostly, and just push in. And this is actually known as a controlling hold in Aikido. So fun fact, if you grab something like this, you can kind of just control them. If the elbow is locked, it does become a submission hold. That's a whole other thing though. If you need a little bit more deeper stretch, just move your thumb, same position, just move your thumb between your ring finger and your pinky, and you're going to almost move in a circular motion when you do this one. So imagine your hand, the hand that you're stretching is like a paintbrush, and you're trying to paint a little swoosh circle with it. So you're going to kind of go in and out at the same time. As I'm just doing like a circular motion, and just hold it. Don't ever bounce when you stretch. A lot of people have a tendency to do that whenever they do stretching. That actually causes microscopic tears in the muscles, and those don't always heal right and can cause pain later in the future. So just hold it. So 10-15 seconds for each one. Do the other hand as well. As if you need a really good deep stretch. If the first one I showed you is working just fine, just do that. Some days I'm more stiff, I need a little more oomph. I just move my thumb between the ring finger and the pinky and do this one. And this is actually a submission hold. If you grab someone else like this and do it really hard, you will break their wrist. So it is a very powerful hold. If you put your hands together, like you're clapping almost, and doesn't matter which direction you do, grab your fingers on the hand you want to stretch, and use your thumb here against the knuckles, and you're just going to kind of use that as leverage, and bend your fingers back, and that will stretch out the palm of your hand really well. So do this one on both hands, of course, same idea. Use the thumb as leverage, and bend those fingers back. When I was in drumline and marching band in high school, I would rest my hands on the edge of a table, like put the table like right there across the middle of your palm, and I'll just lean down forward, and then this way and outward and inward. And you can do that too, and that'll help stretch the forearms. So you can do the same idea. If you have a table to do it against, it works really well. You kind of want your elbows locked for this one, and that'll help stretch the arms out too. To stretch the thumb muscle itself, like all this area, the Greek of the thumb to thumb. I know this looks kind of weird. And the one you want to stretch, you're going to bend that one downward, and you're going to grab your own wrist and forearm. And there's my thumb there. This one's also another Aikido lock. This one can dislocate your thumb. So do it until you know it's stretching. Don't manhandle it. You're going to hurt yourself. And trust me, this one hurts when someone gets it in you. So don't, like all these ones, take it real slow at first and get to know where you are comfortable at. Some people can go farther than others, some people can't. That's totally fine. Do what stretches you out. And same thing on both sides again. I want to be nice and even. I also like to take one hand in between each finger and just kind of open the hand up and stretch in between those two fingers. I do that for each thing. Like I said, 10-15 seconds. I usually do this in my car before I walk in. The other thing I do is before I put my apron on at my Friday night restaurant, I do a quick lap around the restaurant. I even walk through the kitchen and back area so people don't see me, and I can get a feel for how many kids are there, who's been sitting where, and kind of get the flow of where they've been how they've been working that day at the restaurant. And so I can kind of figure out which pattern I'm going to do to get to everybody in a timely manner. And that's what I'm usually doing my stretching warm-up. If it's not busy and I have time to kill still, I'll take a little more time to stretch. And I'll stay on the front of the restaurant and do this. And it's fun because my regulars know that I'm stretching. So you can also take your palm, press against the back of your fingers, and just push in. Just kind of squeeze your hand. My regulars will see me doing this stuff and they'll join in too, so it makes it kind of fun. Especially some of the actual warm-ups. This is all stretching. The warm-ups I do are a little more entertaining to watch. That's when people kind of join in. It's kind of fun. If you are doing this on someone else, remember how I did this one. Okay, it's kind of hard to do it on my own hand. Here. Jamie, let me borrow your hand real quick. Get a second. If you have someone else to do this too, it makes it work easy. So here's the other hand. I'm going to take my index, my middle finger between her thumb, and this is her left hand. So if I was doing on her right hand, I would just switch the grip up. So I'm doing this hand to make it easier for the camera view. So that's there. You're going to put your thumb right below the middle finger, so right in there. And I'm going to use my ring fingers and middle finger of my right hand on the wrist to kind of bend it back. And you're going to kind of stretch, flatten out the hand while you're pushing it underneath that middle finger. Sometimes I'll actually rest my thumb between either the index in the middle or the middle and the ring and kind of push in that way too. And if you have someone else to help you with this, it works really, really well. This is another good one you can use they use in massage therapy, I know. It just works really good. It feels really good, especially as you go on. You can kind of move the thumbs and the rest of the fingers outward. Like I'm just kind of spraying my hand outward a little more, and so I'm exposing more of the palm, but I'm getting a good deep down stretch. So I got a cat attacking my microphone. Hi, buddy. That was Shadow, and that's Shadow's tail. And can you move your butt, please? Thank you, buddy. You want to be in the video? Okay, come here. He wants to be in the video, apparently. So, beyond that, actual warm-ups that I do now. Some people like to stretch their shoulders too. Whatever you guys do works fine. I don't do my shoulders too much. So, the warm-ups I do. Palms are facing out open. One is closed, one is open. There goes my cat's tail again. The other one's kind of staying back. And it's going to switch them. And when you open it, you're going to open it as wide as you can. So you're going to really feel it stretching the back of the hand, right back here, and across the palm of the hand here. And it's going to go back and forth. We used to call this a stoplight when I was in marching band, where percussionists did this to warm up their hands. Like I said, so one's closed and you just kind of spring it. You can go as fast as you want, as slow as you want, whatever feels comfortable to you. And this gets the muscles warmed up and flowing. This one looks kind of weird, but it's kind of fun too. I know magicians use it to warm up. Gonna bring your hands together, palm up, fingers closed, and you're gonna open up one finger at a time. And so the hard part is going from pinky to the other pinky. Then you're gonna kind of close it at the same time, so you can get a little wave formation going. This one is a great warm up for the hands too. And I know if you've seen Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, he does that one point during the song. And it just looked really cool. And so it's because Neil Patrick Harris does magic, and he thought it looked really cool on camera, so he did it goofing around. So yay! This next one is from we do in judo. We show the full arms. It's called the swimming. It's just kind of like you learn how to, someone has a grip on you, how to kind of transfer the grip so you can get a good grip on them. Same idea, but just smaller. So I'm just going to kind of go inward, like almost like you're swimming and you're pushing water, but just do it smaller. I'm going to go in, and I'm also going to be rotating my wrist out when I do it. Now I'll kind of go the other way too, and backwards. I don't know if you can hear, my right wrist likes to roll a little bit. It doesn't, not as smooth as it used to be. Oh, that one hurt. Alright. But so you go forwards, then you go backwards, about 10 seconds each time. That's pretty much my warm-up. That's all I do, besides the standard stuff, you know, to crack the knuckles, which does not cause arthritis, by the way. You're just cracking air bubbles, so it's all safe and fine and dandy. If you like cracking your knuckles, do it. If you don't like to, don't do it. So that's my stretching and warm-up routine. I do it a lot too when I'm driving home after a gig, to kind of stretch and warm down my hands, I guess you would call it, just to make sure that dexterity is still there, make sure there's any damage, just kind of loosening everything up. I do like to ice my hands a lot, just because like I get swollen right in. You all probably notice in the muscle right here between the index and the middle finger because I twist my right hand, my left hand stationary, and then right in the back of the thumb here, this whole muscle gets really sore. So these two muscles are the worst ones. That's where I try to massage out afterward, just kind of get to it. If you know a massage therapist, get a deal. I'm working a deal with another friend of mine right now to get a hand massage a couple times a month to keep everything down. Main thing is take care of it, so ice it if it gets swollen, massage it out if you can, see a massage therapist especially, but always stretch your warm up at least before the gig. It takes about 10-15 minutes normally for me. I take my time with it, and it seems to work really, really well. I haven't had any real issues besides just standard soreness from extremely long days or extremely long weekends. Other than that, I don't have problems anymore. The pain that I used to have is gone. I don't get the numbing in the palm of my hand like I did when I was younger. All that went away, and most of the time it's just because you got to take care of your body a little more. So that's what I do. If you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm gonna get some lunch now. Yeah.